Good morning, Store Nation. It is Monday morning, and my microphone's just fallen down. This is a wonderful start. So what we do on Mondays is go through my week in numbers, how we did, what worked, what didn't work, and what I'm happy with, what I'm not so happy with, and all that other good stuff as I'm trying to get it all right. I did have it ready, but I had so many screens open. I think I might need to mention that obviously it's a conference coming up. It's conference on Monday evening. It's the evening before, and so what we're doing the evening before is we're having a meet and greet thing with Stora, with Gavin Shields. So if anybody's in the vicinity, come on down. I think it starts at 5:00. And we're going to do a live podcast, me, Gavin, and Dave on stage. Going to talk loads of good stuff, answer questions, etc. So I probably should have mentioned it before this podcast, but yeah, it'll be really, really good. It'll be exciting, and do you know what? I really enjoy talking to people because everyone knows about my sites. Everyone knows about how we're doing. So I put everything out there on the newsletter, mrselfstorage.com, by the way. Head on over there, put your email address in, send you free emails every single day about my results and a self-storage tip. And so everyone knows about my stuff, but I really, 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 really enjoy hearing about other people's storage and what's working for them, what's not working for them. If I can offer advice, if I can offer me advice, because you can always learn from everybody. It doesn't matter if you're new to self-storage or you've been in self-storage 20 years. I think that everybody should listen with open ears. And so many conversations, we don't listen with open ears. We have closed ears. So yeah, can't wait. Looking forward to it. And obviously tomorrow night is the Storage Awards. And be interesting. I think we're going for 2 awards. So it'll be interesting. I think we've actually won Best Podcast of the Year. Hey, I'm joking. There's literally only me podcasting in the UK about self-storage. So I'm sure we've won it. we must have won it. Best and worst. Right. Okay. So let's get on with the figures then. I'm just opening up the email that I send across to everybody on a weekly basis. Weekly basis. I send this one. So basically, Mr. Self-Storage, Monday to Tuesday to Friday, I give you a self-storage tip and I give you my previous day's numbers. On a Monday, I tell you exactly how we did, what quotes we did, how many, every report that I get apart from my cash in bank, then I give you. And so we go through it. So basically, I read it here as well anyway, most of it anyway. So the amount of quotes are 35 quotes. This is at Willoughby. So we'll start with Willoughby as ever, because it's a big one. It's the one that matters most to me. And the reason it matters most to me is because it is bigger than everywhere else. It takes maybe 5 times as much money as everywhere else. So therefore, whatever happens at Willoughby directly impacts me more than any other site. So yeah, 35 quotes at Willoughby. I'm just checking. Yep, Willoughby. 35 quotes. Number of quotes per day is 5. Number of reservations. We took 13 reservations last week. So it's a conversion of 37%. Now, for me, I always think there's some good points in a week and there's some negative points in a week. I'm never, ever completely happy. So I forgot to mention that first of all, because we're converting at 6% of our website visitors, which is incredible. The square foot up is up in every single site, barring one this week. And so you'd think, well, it's a good week. But there's always things that aren't quite right that we want to improve. I suppose that's good, because if I was happy, then if I was happy with everything, then we can't improve, or it'd be very, very hard to improve. Right. So number of reservations were 13. That's a 37% conversion rate. This is one thing that I'm not happy with. 5 move-ins. So that's a conversion rate from quotes to move-ins of 14%. So we knew it was going to be a slow week this week, but it was a really slow week with only 5 move-ins for 460 square foot. That's not a lot. That's really, really below par. So that's fairly disappointing. We took 1 extra move-in. Somebody took an extra room, which meant that we took in total 620 square foot. For May, middle of May, taking 620 square foot in a week is disappointing. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's disappointing. And what you've got to be careful of, it's because we're up this week, we're up 270 square foot because we only moved out 350 square foot. Now, for me, I don't think that the move outs is less than average. And so we don't want to just say, oh, we're up, so everything's correct. We don't want to mask and taper over this problem here. Without doubt, it is upsetting that we've only moved in 620 square foot. Next week, we're only due to move in 435 square foot. So, which is, again, is very, very concerning. Even though we're getting loads of reservations, it's concerning the fact that we're not actually moving in a lot of square foot. So just because we're actually up over 1,000 square foot this month, we don't want to be papering over the cracks and thinking, oh, it's all right because we're up. It's what we can't control the move outs. So therefore, we can't be upset when we move out loads and loads of square footage. So we can't be overly happy when we don't move out loads of square foot, because the fundamentals don't change. The fundamentals are we've got to move people in. The fundamentals is get the new customers in. If you aren't getting the new customers in, that is when you should be worried. And so just because we're moving out less this month than we normally would be, it doesn't make this month a good month. It looks like a good month because of that, because we're moving out less. But the fundamentals are that the square footage isn't there. I think in January or February, it looked like a really bad month because we lost 2,000 square foot, but we moved in over 5,000 square foot. And so I said to the team, look, heads up. It's a very, very good month for us because of the square foot we moved in. We can't control the move outs. They're going to come and go. It's a tide. We can't control that. It's going to happen. But what we can control is the move ins. And we have moved in so many people this month. Yeah, it's a good month. And equally this month now, and last month we only moved in 3,000 square foot. And because our churn rate was only 9%, and so we actually won is my gambling. We actually gained like 800 square foot, and so we all thought that last month was a good month, but it wasn't. It wasn't a good month because of the square foot move in. It was a poor month with square foot move in. The net position is irrelevant to if it's a good month or a bad month. Long term, because we're talking long term. This is long term trends. So this is what we've got to keep an eye on. It's not the net square foot you finish up, it's how much square foot you bring in. So I just wanted to get that across there. And we are taking more square footage this month than last month, but it's still not enough. So this is where I am a little bit worried about Willoughby at the minute. And I've got to bear in mind that we did 13 reservations, 37% conversion this month. Last month was really high conversions as well. But again, we need to go one step further down. Just because the conversions are good, what size units were they? We have a lot of students at the minute actually getting units off us. So therefore, our conversions will go up because students are moving in. And so it's papering over the cracks. These conversion rates thinking, oh, look, 37% conversion rate last month, 38% conversion or 39% conversion, whatever it was. But it's papering over the cracks that we aren't moving in the square footage. And so don't be blindsided just by the net position, because that doesn't tell the whole story. We've got to take a wider scope, a look at the whole position of the company. So last week we moved in 620 square foot. We moved out 350, which meant that we was 270 square foot up. 6 rooms in, 4 rooms out internally. So that's 335. Number of internal rooms occupied. We've got 2 containers full. Two containers moved in last week. So that means we've got 43 containers rented out. We've still got 3 car parking spaces. And we are occupied 77.59%, which is really, really good. 77.59, really happy with that. It's trending in the right direction. However, we just got to be careful with these square foot move-ins because there's not a lot of square foot moving in at Willoughby. £21,000 was the insurance sold last week for an average of £4,200. Number of move-ins due next week is 435. Number of move-ins due to move out was 2 for 125 square foot. So for whatever reason, our churn rate is dramatically decreasing in a minute, which is something to be really happy with. But again, we just got to be careful with that. Only 435 square foot due to move in. That's not a lot, my friends. Right, moving on to Clough Road. I realise the time and I've got to get ready for this conference. 40, and I've got to go gym as well. 41 quotes last week at Clough Road. So highest quotes was from Clough Road. That's 5.86 quotes a day. Number of reservations, again, something that I'm not happy with, is 6. So our conversion rate from quotes to move-ins was 14.63%. So 15%, which is below average. So not particularly good there. Number of move-ins was 8. Again, below where we want to be because that's a 19.51% conversion rate. So Clough Road, I believe, underperformed in the conversions. However, when you look at square foot moved in, it moved in 785 square foot, which of Clough Road is really good. And so we've got the exact opposite of Willoughby. We've got low conversions, but high square footage for the site to move in. You can't obviously compare Willoughby moving, a 700 square foot week in Willoughby would be poor, but for Clough Road, it's very good because it's a smaller site. So we exact opposite. Not much square foot moved in at Willoughby, but a lot of square foot moved in at Clough Road. Conversions are completely different as well. So it's the exact opposite, which is mental. Obviously, these are short-term results, by the way, so we can't base any long-term decision making on short-term results. So we moved in 735 square foot of new rooms, and one person took an extra 50 square foot. So we took in 785 square foot in total for Clough Road last week. We moved out 375, which means we're 410 square foot up last week. And I will tell you the occupancy at the minute is 72.11%. So it's up 11% from where it was 30 days ago. The monthly recurring revenue, MRR, is £25,717. That is up 12% from 30 days ago. It was £22,866 30 days ago. The gross revenue so far today, we've took 10,000 text message. Who the heck is a number? I don't know. £10,898.91. It's up 27% from 30 days from last month. From 30 days ago, it was £8,574. So as you can see, Clough Road is really starting to motor now. So I've told the team to make sure we increase the prices, increase all prices at Clough Road, because why wouldn't we? Why won't we increase the prices? So we're going to be increasing all the prices, and yeah, it's starting to venture towards the side of revenue management as opposed to occupancy play, because I either play in occupancy or revenue management. And at the minute, the revenue is £18.10 per square foot. So it's low. That includes insurance as well. So it's very, very low at the minute. So we want to get that up. We really want to get that up to around about £24 ideally. So yeah, at the minute, occupancy is trending in the right direction. Obviously, with summer coming up, I reckon we're going to hit 90% full at Clough Road. That's so exciting. That'll be amazing if we do. Right, let's have a look at some other information I can tell you. Next week, insurance, we sold £45,000 worth of insurance. That's an average of £5,625 per move-in. Move-ins next week, we're due in 675 square foot, which is good. 8 move-ins, really, really good. Move-outs, we've got 1 move-out for 125 square foot. Beverley, bearing in mind, Beverley is 91.91%, so the conversion rates are going to be lower here because we ain't got the actual units available. Number of quotes, 8, 2 reservations, so that's a 25% conversion rate. We had 1 move-in for 80 square foot, so that's a conversion rate of 12.5% for quotes to move-ins. Square foot moved out was 160, so we lost 80 square foot. We've got total units, we've got 84 occupied. We're 91% full, 92% full if we round up, a small 91.91%. So if we round up, 92% full. God, I'm exhausted. How long have this podcast been going for? Only 13 minutes. Jesus, it's felt like I've still got a sore throat. It feels like it's been going for a lot longer. So we have got, this week, we've got 210 square foot to move in and 50 square foot to move out. Wrexham, you will start seeing movements because we are now ranking organically for the SEO for Stormore now in Wrexham. So which is good. It can only start impacting the site. So we've got 5 quotes last week, 2 reservations. So that's a 40% conversion rate. Really good there. We had 1 move-in for 75 square foot. So conversion rate is 20% there. Move-ins, we had 175. Move-outs, we had 100. So we're 75 square foot up there. This week, we're due to move in 400 square foot, which is incredible at Wrexham. 4 move-ins, and we're due to move out 2 move-outs for 275 square foot. I don't know what occupancy we are. Last time I checked, I wonder if I can tell you because let's have a look. I'm sure I can. Let's have a look. Wrexham occupancy. Yep, we're 74.96% occupied as of this morning. So which is pretty good. Pretty good. Happy with that, especially when we're going to start chaining it now. And when I say chaining it, I mean really pushing it, revenue management, because a lot of them current customers don't have insurance. So we need to change that now and put them on insurance. And really, the revenue, we want to, the goal has got to be to get the revenue to £20,000 a month. And it's currently like at £9,000. So we need to double it. That's the idea. We want to double this revenue somehow, somewhere. And if we double the revenue to £200,000, well, 240,000, they had 200,000 first of all, that means that we'll be making six figures from this site, and then it becomes a really, really valuable site, because then we can either sell it, or which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to sell this one just purely because I think it's too small for me. I want bigger sites, and the way it's all set up and stuff, I think it's a beautiful site for someone to buy for an investment for their portfolio. But for me, it's probably a doer upper, like a house. Do it up and then sell it, and then we can get money in the bank. Don't know how much we'd sell it for, but yeah, that's a few years down the line, and things might change then, because it might be making 100 odd grand manless, and doing no work to it, paid it off in full, and yeah, why would you sell it? You just keep churning that money. But yeah, I've got to start. All my decisions now are based upon selling. So when I come to sell, say it's a big yellow, say it's Storage Kings, or a pension fund, whoever it is, and American firms are coming in now as well, for obviously not interested in buying one or two sites. It's got to be bigger sites. Yeah, I think this will be a negative because of how small it is. I don't think they'll see this as a positive. Clough Road is different, because Clough Road is it's the next generation of self-storage, where it's got motion sensors, no key technology, etc. So people will be interested in that. Right, let's get on to the good stuff. For Google Analytics, I had 330 people visit my website last month. That was an increase of 5.8%, and we had 21 reservations at Stormore. So this is excluding Beverly, because Beverly is Beverly 24. It's trading as, these are trading as Stormore. So we had 21 reservations, and that means the conversion rate was 6.3%. That, my friends, is excellent. Really, really impressed there. Right, let's have a look at some other data. How much did we take? I think that's important to let you know. It wasn't a particularly good week last week for takings. We took 18,700 at Willoughby. That's £160 worth of bounce direct debits. Beverly was 2,419. Clough Road was 5,270. And Wrexham was 2,715. The combined amount was 29,107. So a bit below where we want to be. All right, guys, I'm absolutely knackered. Don't know why I'm knackered. 17 minutes to talking. Jesus. Right, I'll see you at the Storage Awards conference. See you soon, dudes. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot to say I love you and appreciate you. I love you and appreciate you. See you later. Bye-bye.